Right now, graffiti's on a huge upswing in the city of LA. We have contracts with 14 nonprofit agencies that are out on a daily basis doing graffiti removal throughout the city of Los Angeles. And just to give you some idea, last year, 2007, all those contractors combined removed 33.1 million square feet of graffiti from over 675,000 locations.
All you superheroes are afraid of the dark. In their own shadows, living too much black. And in their dreams, dance naked, walking through crowds awake, and you can't tell who's laughing at you.
Well, I mean, I've been involved in graffiti since 1987. I got into it basically just, I was bored on the way to school every day and just had a friend who started writing graffiti on the bus and kind of just passed me the marker, literally.
Back in 1984 is when I first touched a spray can and actually started doing some little characters, little letters, and that was mostly influenced by New York.
It's all around, everywhere I look, and I just thought it was really cool looking, especially for a kid because it's so like in your face and like energetic and like vibrant with the colors.
You look at all the lockers and you see all the graffiti, everywhere, and it's just bad for the kids, parents, and us, because it takes time from us from cleaning the rooms to cleaning the graffiti,
Our definition of graffiti is something that's done without permission. It could be, Pablo Picasso, if he paints, a great piece on someone's, wall or in their alley, if they didn't give him permission to do it, it's still vandalism.
These references to it, whether it's legal or done illegal, I mean, when you show a picture to somebody and you crop it down and tell them, is that art? And if it's good and they see the lines and the colors, they'll say, yeah, that's art. And if you blow it up and show them that's on the side of a train, or blow it up and show them that's on a canvas, then all of a sudden they have different judgments about, oh, wait, maybe it's not art, it's on a train, or maybe it's not art, it's on a freeway.
It's when people don't understand that art, they take and look at it as it's vandalism. True, is there vandalism? Of course there is. I would be lying to say if there isn't. And do I condone that, or do a lot of people? Not really.
I think every graffiti writer starts off doing it illegally because that's the way it is. There's no school for graffiti to learn it in a legal way. So I think you need to start on the streets. So everybody starts off doing it illegally, but at some point, you grow up or whatever, you make a decision to move more towards a legal avenue or not.
Even though a lot of them go into the gallery way or like doing it on legal areas, they still like going out and doing the sort of midnight tagging runs and stuff too, because that's where they get that adrenaline rush.
I think it's fun just to like do like a giant person or character in a public space because it's kind of surprising. Like it's not, people don't really expect to see that. So if I could like put someone, maybe try and do something that's like somewhat, or as much to the best of my ability, realistic looking, I think that's kind of, it's kind of fun to do because it catches people off guard.
Of course it's art, because art is something that you do that takes skill, If you gave your everyday person a can and just said, go do some graffiti on the street, they wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know. There's a skill to the way you tag your name. There's a skill to how you do a throw up or fill it in, or the scale of something. Being able to scale a piece on a wall. That's all art. It takes an artist's vision to be able to create that.
But I don't like it. I don't like to see it in the city. I don't like to see it in my neighborhood. I think it's sort of like one of those gateway things that if you don't take the graffiti and get it removed quickly, it tends to attract more graffiti and other things that it can lead up to.
You have to look at it what it is. It's actually saved a lot of people from gangs. And hey, I think people would rather have people involved in graffiti than gangs or even something really bad, negative.
It's bad, for us because it takes so long to clean up. And money-wise, it's a lot of money, for the materials that we use. Mm-hmm. Each can is about $30, the graffiti buster. And it's just bad, for the kids and and the teachers, and parents when they come over here and they see the graffiti all over the place and they think, it's just bad.
There's so many guys have taken that graffiti, turned it to a positive, make money off it, work with major film companies, just do something really beautiful with it. And how can you say that art is not beautiful and not positive?
Now, with your choices being, 30 different shades of blue, there's also different nozzles. So we're able to create like pencil thin lines, all the way to super fat lines. You can imagine the creativity and the stuff you can come up with, with those kind of choices.
I have no problem with people, who are using graffiti, spray paint can art, and putting it on canvas or into galleries or something like that. I think to a certain extent it does, somewhat maybe glorify graffiti as an art form. But we really have no particular issue with anybody, who's putting it on T-shirts or on canvas or anything like that.
Graffiti is just like anything, expression of your words, something you have to say. It's what people, it's a message, communication from one person to another.
In essence, graffiti really gave me my career, Now I have a gallery also where I exhibit and represent artists, who mostly do graffiti. And it's become, the gallery crew has become like kind of like the epicenter for graffiti in LA. Like if there's any good graffiti art coming out of LA, it's coming out of here, and that makes me feel good.
I want people to look at it in a respectful manner, and that's what I do. I try to push graffiti positively. I try to get everybody involved. To me, it's really important. This culture is important to me, and I don't want it to be misrepresented. So I do my best to make sure everybody understands this culture.
But again, for us, it's all about whether or not you really have the consent. And if you go onto someone's wall and you put something up and you didn't get the consent of the property owner, it's vandalism. And our crews are going to go out and they're going to remove that, regardless of the quality of the work that's out there.
I think art is art, and whether it's done legal or illegal, permission or non-permission, art is art. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these things about is it vandalism, is it graffiti? Those are just discussions that politicians have to try to eradicate something with the voice.
But as long as kids are going to be out there, spraying on walls and light poles and stop signs and everything like that, we have to just kind of keep spending good money after bad to keep the city clean.